Welcome back, everybody. It is round two of, or no, not round two. Part two of the World's Best Fighter tournament. Yes. So fighting today we have Brock Lesnar and Jake Paul. And then we have Bruce Lee versus Rocky Balboa. So to start off, Jake Paul versus Brock Lesnar, we're going to start this off like any other fight. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and like the video because I only have 9 subscribers. So, yes. So, Jake Paul comes out. Everyone's booing him. But Jake Paul, I guess, can't hear, and he thinks that they're all cheering him. So he's smiling and laughing and stuff. He comes out with Jake Paul. And now Brock Lesnar comes out. Complete silence. They're all scared of Brock Lesnar. And even the people who do cheer, their cheers seem so forced. Because they're all scared of Brock Lesnar. So yeah. Jake Paul gets into the cage. He's like dancing and stuff, and Brock Lesnar is just like angry and he's looking him dead in the eyes, but Jake Paul it seems that he doesn't notice this. So the fight starts. Jake Paul is still like dancing and stuff. I guess he didn't hear the ring bell or something. He was too focused on the crowd. So when he turns around, Brock Lesnar nails him in the face in one punch. Jake Paul is knocked out. So, yes, Brock Lesnar is moving on to the semifinals in the tournament. Okay, so now it is Rocky versus Bruce Lee. This will probably be a pretty good fight, but it probably also won't be very fair, knowing that Rocky Balboa is like 200 something pounds, and Bruce Lee's like 15 or something. Yeah, he's only like 15 pounds. He's like actually tiny, but he's probably more like athletic than Rocky, so. Okay, to start off, Bruce Lee is coming out, with this whole this full, like, karate entrance. Yeah, he's coming out in, like, a robe and stuff. And yeah, basically, a lot of people are cheering for him, but now Rocky comes out and he gets a lot more people to cheer for him. And yeah, so both the men are taking this fight seriously, but they're still like dancing around in their entrance and stuff. But okay, so the fight starts. Bruce Lee fakes out a crane kick, but Rocky still dodged anyways. So now Bruce Lee is kind of kicking Rocky around the octagon and taking control of this fight. So but then Rocky ducks a kick from Bruce Lee, and then he nails a gigantic right hook onto Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is kind of stunned, but somehow he still dodges a left hook from Rocky and nails him with a crane kick. And so Rocky is knocked down. Bruce Lee is like confused why the ref didn't call the fight because he thought he was knocked out from that crane kick because normally, or I've never seen the movies that Bruce Lee is in, but yeah, I've seen him in UFC 5, so yeah, Bruce Lee is kind of winning the fight, to say the least. And so now he has a ground and pound on Rocky, and Rocky's trying to fight out of it, but he can't. And now Bruce Lee, he knows he's gonna win the fight, so he makes the same mistake Conor McGregor made when he fought Rocky. Bruce Lee is kind of playing with him now, trying to get in his head, but Rocky just won't take any of it. Also because he's kind of concussed and he doesn't really know what Bruce Lee is doing. All he knows is that Bruce Lee's just dancing around in a fight. So Rocky's getting kind of mad, and so Bruce Lee kicks again. Rocky dodges. So now Bruce Lee's back is facing Rocky. So Rocky hits a German suplex on Bruce Lee, but he keeps it in, and he hits another German suplex on him. And so Bruce Lee is kind of just barely hanging in there. And before he goes for another crane kick, but before he can kick, the ring bell rings and the round ends. And it was so close. Bruce Lee was like a centimeter away from Rocky's face before the round ended. So Rocky's in his corner, getting his mouthpiece took out. He's ready for the fight. This is like the only fight so far in the tournament that has gone to the second round. So, this one, Rocky is mad. He just starts off with a giant left hook that Bruce Lee dodges. Then Bruce Lee goes for a question mark kick. Rocky dodges, so now Bruce Lee goes for a rolling elbow, and Rocky counter punches him, and Bruce Lee is stunned, and Rocky just lays the hardest hits he can. This goes on for another minute or so. So now there's about a minute left. So then Bruce Lee has finally had enough, and Rocky tries hitting again. Bruce Lee hits a crane kick, but Rocky dodges. He punches Bruce Lee in the face. There's 30 seconds left. Bruce Lee does a crane kick, and he lands it on, but it does not knock Rocky out, and the round ends. It has gone on to the final round. Probably the most intense fight of the quarterfinals in this tournament. Because, because everyone else, it was just first round over. So, now it's the third round. Bruce Lee, goes for the fight starts. Bruce Lee fakes a crane kick, so Rocky dodges, but he realizes that, so he realizes that he just dodged nothing, and Bruce Lee keeps faking him out like this, And so then when Bruce Lee hits a question mark kick, Rocky, or it lands on Rocky's head, and Rocky is kind of stunned, barely standing up. And then so Rocky he kind of knows how to trick him out. So Rocky fakes a punch, fakes a kick, and then he just randomly does a jumping knee, and it like throws Bruce Lee into the cage, and Rocky Balboa picks him up and throws him on the ground. He's got a ground and pound on. He's just completely jabbing and destroying Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee can't really do anything about it. But Rocky punches again, and this time Bruce Lee gets him into a rear naked, gets Rocky into a rear naked choke, and Rocky's like trying to get out of it, and he rolls over out of the rear naked choke, and they're kind of on their knees now, and they're just throwing the biggest hits they can, and they both hit each other at the same time, and they both knock each other down, and they can barely even get up. And so now the round ends, and it has to be a decision. So for some reason the referee decides that Bruce Lee won the first round, and then Rocky won the last two. So by unanimous decision, Rocky Balboa is going on to the semifinals against Brock Lesnar in the tournament. So see you then. Deuces.